This is my injuries video on how to treat injuries. Okay, so the first injury he got was a head injury. So in this scenario, as you can see, two footballers are going to up to head the ball, and as you can see, the opponent's elbow catches the person on the head. Dirty challenge. He goes to the ground, clutching his head. The way to treat this injury is DRS ABC. So the first thing she does is the girl removes any danger, so the ball, so it doesn't cause any other injury. Then she checks if he's responsive. So asks if she can hear her. And then when he does respond, she then asks him to sit up. Then she next checks his vision, see if his vision has been impaired. She does this by holding up the fingers, asking how many fingers he can see. And then after that, he's asked where the pain is in the head, what side of the head, whereabouts in the head. Then she's next gonna, after she locates it, she's gonna treat it with an ice pack, which is what she's gonna go get now. The way she does treat it is by holding it against the place of the injury, so just the side of the head. And then what she's going to do is tape it around, keep it nice and compressed on the injury, make sure it's right on there and doesn't slip. The ice pack can help reduce swelling with it being held on there by the tape. What would happen if the person wasn't responsive would be the ABC. So this would be, first you would call for help, so call for attendance. This could be calling for people around, or calling for an ambulance maybe. Then next they would check their airways, check if they're breathing, check if their breathing's alright. If their breathing was okay, then they would put them in the recovery position. So they'd be safe in that. But if not, then they'd have to perform CPR. CPR is performed with we compressing 20 beats on the chest and then 2 breaths in the mouth, and this is repeated until further help has arrived. Next, the girl was going to get the guy to stand up and come sit on the bench to sit and relax. Okay. So then the next injury is a cut or bleeding. So as you can see, the basketballer is heading to the hoop to go to score, and the opposition's coming in to come block it, getting nice and close. As the guy goes to shoot, he goes up with his arms, releasing the ball. The opponent goes to block it, misses, and comes down and accidentally catches the guy on the arm, scratching his arm like that, causing the injury. This will be treated with saw taps. First, the girl's going to ask the guy to move, to sit down, to relax, to make sure he's okay. Then what she's going to do is put gloves on. This is to avoid getting any other bacteria onto the cut, so causing it to get infected or anything. Then she's going to look at the cut and ask where the pain is. Look around, and then she's going to see if he can move move his arm, which he can. Then she's going to touch around the raise it, see if he's able to raise it. Then she's going to touch around the area, see if any of the other areas hurt. See if there's any pain spreading anywhere around the arm. Okay, then she can go on to treat it. So what she's going to do is she's going to wipe it with an antibacterial wipe. This to get all the bacteria off, to make sure it doesn't get infected, to make sure it keeps nice and clean. And then what she's going to do is she's going to protect it, and this is done by putting a bandage on it. So she first puts on the pads. This is to block out anything getting on it, and then to secure the pad, she's going to wrap the bandage around it just nicely, making sure it stays on there securely so it doesn't fall off. There you go, just putting it all around there, making sure it's fully covered, nicely tied, making sure it's secure. Okay, the next injury is a broken arm. So as you can see, basketball scenario, there's a defender just in front of the hoop. the guy's going up to score. The defender's coming in to block it, and as you can see, gets a bit too close. Slight barge from the person with the ball. The girl goes flying backwards and lands on her arm really awkwardly, causing it to break. As you can see, she falls down really heavily on that arm, really hurting it, causing the injury. This injury will also be treated with saw taps. So the first thing to do is the guy's going to ask the girl if she's able to sit up, which she is. She looks very much like she's in discomfort. First going to do is look at the injury, look at the arm, touch it, see if it hurts. When he touched it, she says, yes, it does hurt. You can see she's in a lot of pain. Then what next he's going to do is see if she can move it, see if she can move it up or down. No, it looks like she can't. And he's going to feel the rest of the arm, see if there's any other pain around in any of the other places, see if the pain is spread. Then what she's going to do is trying to get her up to stand up, get her upright, so she can stand up, which she can. And the way she's going to treat it, what she's going to do is put on a temporary sling. This is just to hold it in place, make sure it's not getting bashed around or moved. So what he does is, the way to do it is place the sling just under the arm, get it over the shoulder, first stage, make sure the point's facing outwards, then you bring the other side just around above the arm, tie it, go around the other side of the neck, tie it around the back of her neck so it's holding on to something. This is just to support the arm, so you just tie it around the back of her neck, and then the point facing out, you just twist it in, to make sure it's nice and secure. Make sure it's nice and tight on the arm, but not too tight so it's hurting the arm, but just make sure you're keeping it in place. And what she's going to do is the guy's going to help her over and make her sit down. Okay, so the next injury is a sprained ankle. So as you can see, this is a football scenario, defender against the attacker. As you can see, the attacker's advancing forward, showing him to the outside, showing him to his left side. As he's coming outside, he fakes one way, flicks it back the other way, great bit of skill. And as you can see, the defender gets completely fooled, and as he tries to turn, he just twists that left ankle really badly. Got really skinned there. But then okay. So the way this is treated is by Rice. So what the first thing, the guy's going to ask the other guy if he's able to move his ankle at all. He's going to ask where the pain is, touch it, ask him where he really feels the pain. Okay, then he's going to help him up and help him over so he can move and relax. Just help him onto the chair. So this is the rest bit. Help him like rest down on the chair. So what he's going to treat is going to put an ice pack on it, which is iron, Rice. So you're going to put that ice pack on it. This is to reduce the swelling. The way it's held on is by a bit of tape. This is to compress it, really hold the ice pack on there. To really press down that ice onto the injury. To really get that compression to reduce the swelling. So this is the compression part. Just really going to wrap that on there. Really wrap it onto the bit that really hurts. Okay, then next he's going to get the chair. This is to elevate it, to keep it elevated. Yes, to make it sure.